Caitlin Clark just did something that no athlete has done since Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan transformed basketball. And now Caitlin Clark is making headlines with her groundbreaking Wilson deal, sparking mixed reactions among WNBA veterans. In just 40 minutes, thousands of her signature basketballs sold out, proving her massive popularity. As a rookie, Clark is not only tripling attendance, but also shattering 62 records. Some veterans appear envious, targeting her during games. The comparison to Jordan holds weight. He himself has acknowledged the major influence Clark is having on women's basketball and the sports world overall.
Clark wasn't, no one ever said there weren't ever great players before Caitlin Clark. There was never phenomenon, not in my lifetime, with women's basketball. And I went to UConn, so I've seen plenty of great players, but nobody's ever moved the needle in my lifetime like this.
Just like Jordan revolutionized the NBA in the 80s, Clark is redefining the WNBA today. Her astonishing accomplishments are shaking up the old guard, putting pressure on veterans facing a level of talent they've never seen. The evidence is undeniable. But before we dive deeper, if you're a Caitlin Clark fan, hit that subscribe button and drop CC 100% in the comments below to show your support.
Unveiled Caitlin Clark's signature basketball, making her the first athlete since Michael Jordan to get their own signature basketball from Wilson. She also becomes the first WNBA player to get her own signature basketball from.
With Wilson, she becomes the first WNBA player to launch her own signature basketball. When Michael Jordan debuted a product, fans camped out for days. Now, Caitlin Clark has achieved something similar in women's basketball, reaching that rare market-shifting level. Her Wilson partnership marks history, as no woman since Jordan has had a personal signature ball line. It's a huge milestone. WNBA veterans are watching with mixed emotions. Cheryl Swoops, who once doubted Clark's transition from college, now must acknowledge her commercial power, as Clark's name gains ground in marketing talks once reserved for legends.
Clark is the first ever female athlete to have her own collection with Wilson, but just a heads up though, the entire collection on the Wilson website is sold out.
Chart feed. The massive impact of this deal became obvious when Wilson misjudged demand. Thousands of basketballs sold out in just 40 minutes, faster than consoles like the PS5. This frenzy proves Clark's cultural pull extends beyond basketball, creating waves in women's sports marketing. The excitement echoes Jordan's golden era. Clark is reshaping the financial landscape, inspiring fans to spend in ways never seen before. The commercial response shows she's gone mainstream, achieving the kind of popularity that many veterans spent years chasing. Without this level of success.
The designs are part of the Inspire series that Clark is doing in partnership with Wilson Sporting Goods. The tribute ball pays homage to Clark's time with the Iowa women's basketball team, and the Dreamer Ball is designed to encourage athletes to pursue their dreams. Both are available in sizes 3 and 6 at select Hy-Vee.
This signature collection tells the story of Clark's distinct style, with each basketball reflecting something unique. The Threes Up ball highlights her insane shooting range, forcing defenders to guard her far beyond the arc. The Record Breaker showcases her dominance in the stat books. Every design element is rooted in Clark's game, making the line feel authentic, not just promotional. The Crowd Maestro captures her magnetic presence, how she electrifies an arena the moment she steps on court. Fans who once ignored women's basketball now watch every play. That charisma separates legends from just good players.
Not mess around with these basketballs. Geometric patterns form the number 22 in triangles whose 3 sides nod to threes that fuel her scoring, and then the black and yellow is a nod to the colorways of the Iowa.
This incredible market response reveals the growing tension inside the league. Many veterans spent years trying to push women's basketball into the mainstream, yet never reached this kind of commercial success. In comparison, Clark has done it quickly, what some couldn't in over a decade. When basketballs outsell the hottest tech gadgets, it signals something bigger. Caitlin Clark is no longer just an athlete. She's becoming a cultural force.
She's incredible. Congratulations to her and her family.
Yeah.
Like the crazy thing is I'm just seeing her last year when they played LSU, but she's phenomenal. I'm going to go on the record and say she's the best female collegiate player ever.
Ever?
Well, I don't know.
The Wilson deal proves that Clark is far more than just a talented rookie. She's a groundbreaking force in women's basketball. Her impact is measurable, with sales numbers that place her among the sport's greatest legends before even completing her rookie season. This shift is redefining what's possible for female athletes in the business world, altering long-held perceptions about women's basketball and its market potential.
When you take into stock the fact that outside of Kevin Durant, aging superstar, LeBron James, 40 years old, and Steph Curry, there's not a single NBA player more popular today than Caitlin Clark. That is a
Now, the real question is how the league will respond to this new landscape. While some veterans might feel uneasy about Clark's quick rise in the marketing world, forward-thinking players see a chance for progress. Clark is lifting the WNBA's profile, pulling in sponsors and exposure that benefit everyone. Her success is setting a new standard, potentially changing how female athletes are seen and valued across the entire sports marketplace.
Pro, Caitlin Clark is the 4th most marketable athlete in the world. Yeah, not just female athlete, not just in the United States, but in the entire world.
As Clark continues to boost the WNBA, she made a marketing move that puzzled experts at first, but ended up being brilliant. What better way to reach Middle America than placing signature basketballs near the milk and eggs? This bold move is reshaping how we view cultural influence. Instead of elite fashion or high-end energy drinks, Caitlin Clark went straight to Midwestern grocery stores. It's proof she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers in women's basketball marketing.
Very, very cool. Big deal. Good job, Wilson. You know they probably went and put this together. I mean, maybe Hy-Vee contacted Caitlin Clark first, but, you know, it's probably the type of thing Wilson is trying to do.
Picture this. The soft hum of store lights, checkout beeps in the background, and families pushing carts through busy aisles. Then suddenly, Caitlin Clark's signature basketball, front and center between the milk and cleaning supplies. That's not a fluke, it's a statement. While most stars aim for luxury retailers, Clark chose the everyday setting where real families shop. This move feels personal, like a tribute to the people and places that shaped her.
Here, they just had this go, and this is the Hy-Vee Instagram account. Again, Wilson, Caitlin Clark, really smart, very cool video, lots of smiling faces.
Think about it. The average American visits the grocery store 1.6 times per week. That's a level of brand exposure no billboard or commercial can match. Every visit becomes a reminder of Caitlin Clark. Yet some WNBA veterans miss the brilliance of this move. Focused solely on gaining athletic respect, they overlook what Clark understood early on. Being iconic means connecting with everyday people where they live. The Hy-Vee deal does exactly that, placing Clark's brand into the hearts and homes of Middle America. It's her way of saying, I'm one of you.
I've said it a million times, it's not breaking news, it's not brand new, but I really do believe Caitlin Clark is the next face of basketball. You know, they've been searching for that in the NBA. Who's the next face of the NBA? It's been LeBron and Steph carrying the torch. I think the next face of basketball, period, is Caitlin Clark.
Look at the numbers. When Caitlin Clark plays, viewership explodes. WNBA games featuring her average 1.18 million viewers triple the league norm. She's pulling in brand new fans. Even dads who never cared before now ask, when do the Fever play? Her magic extends off the court, too. She's one of the few rookies in history, alongside Michael Jordan, to deliver playoff numbers this elite. Over 18 points, 8.5 assists, 5 rebounds, a block, and 2 steals per game. This isn't just about basketballs. Clark is elevating the entire sport like Jordan once did, becoming a cultural icon who just happens to play hoops.
We knew Caitlin Clark was marketable, but she's been put over some pretty big names. In fact, some worldwide, huge, international names. 2 of them being Messi and Ronaldo.
While Clark connects with everyday Americans in grocery stores, the division she's unintentionally sparked within the WNBA is far from typical. The stark contrast between her $76,500 league salary and an estimated $11 million in endorsements isn't just a number. It's now fueling a rivalry that threatens to overshadow the sport. This financial gap has led veteran players to respond with unusually physical play, as if sending a message rather than just competing. Have you noticed how differently some veterans defend her? It's not your imagination. The extra contact and intense double teams feel personal. After all, players who've spent a decade building the league's foundation now watch a rookie receive the spotlight they've chased for years. And really, can you blame them?
Yeah, of some players being jealous? Yes, that probably exists.
Okay.
To me, yeah, jealous, sure. I mean, would you be jealous of somebody that got $28 million a shoe deal or whatever the deal is before you step foot in the pro?
The tension is unmistakable on the court, and it's not just fans who are picking up on it. Even basketball legend Charles Barkley spoke out, saying they couldn't have messed up the Caitlin Clark situation any worse if they tried. His sharp criticism of how the league has handled things points to something deeper. The WNBA simply wasn't prepared for a player who could instantly shift the financial structure of women's basketball.
So long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room. Junior high school girl antics on the court. Instead of playing the game, they gotta be drama because they're jealous. Instead of letting their skills speak for themselves, they gotta be.
What makes this all the more fascinating is that Clark isn't clashing with the veterans or demanding special treatment. Instead, she's using her influence to improve the league for everyone. She's helped secure charter flights for all teams, better travel accommodations, and played a major role in landing a $200 million media deal that's put women's basketball on primetime television. These changes don't just benefit Clark. They enhance the entire experience for every player, including those who've given her a cold reception.
The stuff toward her is petty and jealous. And the thing I love about her, she never says a word.
Clark's rise has become a mirror reflecting the critical issues the WNBA needs to address: outdated marketing, limited mainstream visibility, and a pay scale that ignores the players driving the league forward. When a rookie earns 144 times more off the court than on it, something is clearly broken. The salary system wasn't designed for someone who could sell out thousands of basketballs in 40 minutes or triple attendance simply by showing up.
People weren't willing or were a bit reluctant to appreciate was the gain on this young white sister of ours. She can ball. And oh, by the way, she was a great ambassador for the game. And by the way, she came in there and looked out for everybody else. For 22 years, they couldn't get chartered flights. That sister got there, and it was done in 2 weeks.
What's truly remarkable is how this 22-year-old handles the media frenzy and veteran tension with grace. While social media lights up with cryptic posts and analysts dissect the drama, Clark continues to thrive under the pressure. And now, she's gained an endorsement that may silence even her harshest critics: Michael Jordan. When the GOAT speaks, the basketball world listens. He didn't just compliment her, he fully endorsed her, saying the WNBA owes her recognition for all she's done. Coming from the man who revolutionized athlete branding, this isn't just any praise. It's a turning point. It confirms that Clark's influence is real and transformative. The question isn't whether she deserves this spotlight. It's whether the WNBA will embrace her impact or cling to the past.
League One. But every time we think there's a win, there's somebody who brings something else up. And it's unfortunate. It's like when Tiger joined the PGA Tour.
Caitlin Clark is entering a new era where the pressure is higher and every move will be examined closely. But few athletes are as ready as she is for this challenge. Her resilience, talent, and poise shine in this rapidly shifting environment. As the game evolves around her, she continues to prove she belongs at the center of it all.
If I told you a WNBA rookie was out here doing what no one thought was possible and outshining the great Michael Jordan's legacy, how would you react? Caitlin Clark is the girl flipping the script. Her rookie numbers are ridiculous. Fans and...
This isn't just a moment. It's a movement that will raise the bar for what's possible in women's basketball. With unmatched drive and ability, Clark is changing the narrative and inspiring the next generation. The future is brighter than ever, and Caitlin Clark is leading the way. If you're a fan, drop a CC in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more. Check out the next video now showing on screen.
The lion's share of the attention. The games are now getting put, all of his games are on TV. And he just was a polarizing figure. And Tiger Woods was like that when he went to the PGA as well. He changed the total economics of golf the same way Michael Jordan changed the financial economics.
Welcome to WNBA Top Stories Daily. WNBA highlights and stories. Subscribe and stay in the game.